absolutely sure the papers we got from Lottie will get us through the checkpoint, Theo?
I mean, yeah. As sure as I can be. The Weave has always trusted her.
What's going to happen to Lottie?
She'll be fine. She has the furball.
You're really smitten.
Who wouldn't be? The boy was adorable, with his tiny fuzzy paws.
Yeah, Lottie will retire and spend her golden years watching reality TV about Pacifica's hottest bachelors, or invent a new method for canning beans, patent a cloning device. Who knows with her? She's chaos incarnate.
I loved her. I feel bad about destroying her home.
We're coming up on the Rocky Mountains checkpoint.
Do you think they'll ask us to play again? I hope not. We suck.
Gateway to the Heartlands.
We're leaving the provinces.
Hello, civilization.
And hello, more justice patrols.
After what we've been through, I'm actually okay with that.
They don't want to see our papers.
I just got a thumbs up. I'm thumbs upping back.
Discipline amongst the troops is slipping.
And now I got a little salute. I don't know. Things could get a bit Reichstaggy if I return that salute. I'll give him another thumbs up. They're waving us through.
All this planning and money to get proper papers, and they're giving us a thumbs up?
And a potentially offensive salute. I'm not sure he realized how inappropriately angled his arm was. Either that
It'll
or...
make you feel better, Theo. We can circle around and go again.
I mean, I should be happy, but it's such a waste of resources.
We'll need those papers later.
True. Thank you, no.
They're still waving. I actually feel bad for them.
We should throw a party. Celebrate the occasion.
Is it someone's birthday? I didn't know.
No, but getting through that checkpoint deserves a party.
Do we have cake?
You can have a party without cake.
What? No, absolutely not.
What kind of parties have you been to?
Cake parties?
Okay, well, I mean, great. If we pass by a Betty's or a Henry's, maybe we can pick up a cake.
Ugh, those are sad excuses for a cake. I could bake a cake.
Do you have cake mix? Flour, sugar, icing?
We have none of those things.
No cake, no party.
I don't know about that. Turn up that music, Viola.
What are you discussing?
I was telling Z how we have a responsibility to other wordlocks, to help them find safety, maybe even a cure, just like we're doing.
And I'm trying to tell him that the Weave has a lot of good ideas about how America can survive and heal. Lottie was one clever cookie.
You make some good points, Z.
Well, so do you, Eli.
You handled the situation well.
Thank you, Pax. I had faith, even if you didn't. We escaped the Puritans. I figured justice wouldn't present much of a challenge.
What's wrong with it?
That was a lot less dramatic than I thought it would be.
Honestly, it's a bit frustrating to spend all that time planning and getting things sorted, and no one cares. Not even justice. They just waved us through. Madness.
No more shortcuts.
We hit the open road, high on blind hope. I'm bound from the gig grind. We leave it all behind.
Another checkpoint down.
Oh, I was expecting some drama. Still waiting for the blue lights, I guess. You never know with those guys.
You good?
Splendid. Especially with some distance from the events of the other night. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. Sometimes it just doesn't focus right. Oh, God, it's a piece of junk. I should get it replaced.
How did you lose your eye?
I have no idea. No idea. My parents probably died during the noise, and I was brought to Liberty, same as Pax. And my eye was already gone, so I don't know how it happened. Rosa got me a prosthetic one on the black market, but I mean, I've upgraded and repaired it over the years, but it's basically 30-year-old tech. Shitty resolution and color fidelity, but hey, it works. Most of the time. I have stereo vision, at least.
And it looks badass.
We're coming up on a tourist attraction. Anyone need to stretch their legs and use the facilities?
Not me. Ooh, look at the pretty mountains.
Cold rocks, wet snow. What's so pretty about it?
Sourpuss.
I'm spotting multiple justice vehicles in the parking lot.
Oh, fuck.
Just keep driving. They have no reason to stop us.
Stop the bus.
What's happening?
Just stop, please. Bloody head.
Pull over once we're out of view, Viola. What's wrong?
Are they okay?
What's happening?
You can sense things. Intense feelings, other anomals, or...
Both. This time it's both. A lot of emotion. There's one of us around. And they're really upset. Jesus. Oh, this headache is going to stick.
So what do we do?
We can't risk blowing our cover to investigate, not with Justice around. And we're expected at the Yellow Brick Road Motel by the end of the day. There's no time to waste.
You're actually arguing for ignoring someone's cry for help?
I'm not saying that. We don't know if it's a cry for help. We don't know anything. And that's the point. If we had more information...
You take a look.
I think you're making a mistake.
The man's right. Let's go.
No. You guys stay here. Ziggy, let's go.
Now that is the sister I remember.
No justice. Only those civilians over there.
So, where are the cops?
Are we sure there's an anomal here, Pax?
No, but Gnome led us to you. And whoever it is we're looking for, they could be in trouble.
It's all part of the deep state plan. They're controlling the media, the government, and...
I'm terribly sorry, honey. I really thought it was open.
The travel guide said it would be. Of course, that guide is 20 years old. Well, we needed to stop anyway, hun. You've been driving for over 5 hours.
We'll just finish eating and keep going.
I packed more than enough sandwiches. You eat as much as you want, honey bunch.
Have you seen any justice officers around?
No, sorry, dear. Just those trucks over there.
Where are you folks from?
Oh, we're from...
Out west. We really should get going.
Oh, that's nice. We've come all the way from Rapid City, South Dakota. We'd planned on making a stop here, but looks like it's closed.
The guidebook said it would be open.
That's a very old guidebook, hun. Well, you guys have a nice day.
They're using the climate change.
No one here. Locked. See anything in there?
This place looks pretty dead. There must be another way in.
Z, can you get through and open the door from the inside?
A glass door should be pretty easy.
Okay. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay. It's gonna be fine.
Ziggy,
Yep, I'm okay, but I don't see any way to unlock this door.
look around, maybe? Ziggy!
It has to be another way.
Is that the... But she's just a child. She can't be.
Told you, they're making a
But
noise.
she's so young. Your school shut down before she was born. Hey, little girl, you okay?
Did you see what that child just did?
Are you okay? There were gunshots
fine.
and
Stay away from her.
she's just a child.
Stand down. This doesn't concern you.
You're pointing a gun at a kid. Of course it
She's a
concerns me.
deviant, not a kid. Please step back.
Leave her alone. I bet we can do some fun stuff with our new Vox in combat. Let's try bully on these guys to see what happens. You guys saw that, right? The girl. I'll hurt you. You guys saw that, right? The girl.
Yeah.
Setting a good...
Surprise! There might be more of them. Come on, we need to go.
Where's the child? We can't just leave her.
I think she ran out front when the fighting started.
Kid, we're not going to hurt you.
We need to find the child.
Let's check the parking lot.
You sure she went this way?
I mean, where else would she go?
Holy, so many echoes. I've never seen anything like it. And they're all moving together like they're following something.
Or someone, so we see where they lead us.
The echoes. They're all here.
Whoa, is that why I have goosebumps?
Bad vibes here. Like someone's talking to me inside my head.
It's her. The echoes are drawn to her.
God, being near one is bad enough.
Hold on, kid. I'm gonna help you. What is happening? I think we got them all. I'm surprised the meme didn't burst into flames. Hey, you okay? Hey, we're friends. Are you hurt? Kid, can you talk?
We don't have time for this.
What's your name? What are you doing here? What did those bad
Come
men
on,
do
just
to
grab her.
Z's right. We should get going.
We're not safe here. I'm going to pick you up, okay?
Pax, are you okay?
What the hell was that?
I don't know. She got into my head and there was humming.
Humming? How
I
is
didn't
humming
hear
bad?
anything.
Trust me, it's bad.
We can't lose her again.
Hey,
Pax, just be careful.
what else can we do? We can't leave her.
She did something to you without saying a word. Z's right. Be careful.
It's okay. You're safe with us.
Because talking to her worked so well the first time.
This is normal. What you're feeling isn't special or out of the ordinary. It's just how things are in this world.
Wow, that worked?
Okay? We're bringing you somewhere safe. Please don't zap my brain again. Okay. Back to the bus.
They're going to have so many questions.
Where's the bus?
Folks, more visitors. Oh no. They're arresting that friendly couple.
Stay down. Don't move.
What?
We don't know about any deviant.
We're just visiting from South Dakota. We have no idea what.
Yo, need some help? Hey, where did you guys find a child?
Can you take her?
Take a child? I don't. Fine.
We can't just leave that nice couple. They're innocent. We have to help them.
We have to get the child out of here, and if we stay and fight, our cover is blown.
This doesn't concern you. Armed combatants, 8 o'clock. Engage. Delta 3 Eagle.
Surprise!
No, but that's not the point. We don't just
Send aerial reinforcements immediately.
No, but that's not the point. We don't just abandon innocent people.
Eli's right. This is on us.
I know you're both.
Hello, loser. You're dead meat.
I know you're both right. Okay, I just.
Fair enough, Z.
Stand down, citizen.
They're calling for backup. Pax.
Stand down, citizens. Stand down.
Eyes on me. Come here. Hello, loser. Shape up.
Do you think there's more coming?
You know what? I think that's a safe bet, Eli. Let's get out of here.
No one's following us?
Not as far as I can tell. How's the child coping?
I'll go check on her now. Let us know if you see anything.
I don't know how I feel about this.
She's just a kid, and those justices were trying to hurt her.
We did the right thing. Looks like she agrees.
For a human child, she's quite adorable.
You do realize this child belongs with someone, right? You just took her.
We rescued her.
She's not the only one. We just risked everything for a couple of clueless tourists.
Ziggy's just pretending she doesn't like being a hero.
You know, you're lucky I like you.
Look, we're not equipped to care for a child, even if she is a Noble.
You're saying we should have left her there for Justice to capture? Or worse?
I'm not saying that, no. I'm saying we have to find her parents, or someone who can keep an eye on her until...
Until what? Justice stole her from her parents to do experiments on her.
We don't know that, Eli. We don't know if she's like you.
If only she'd say something. Either she's too traumatized or she can't speak.
This feels dangerously close to kidnapping. But I don't have a better suggestion. We'll leave her with the Boulder librarian. The Weave has resources and contacts. Maybe they'll be able to track down her family.
Sorry, hold on. If she doesn't speak, then how can she...
What?
Well, vocals generally require, words. She got swarmed by echoes, too. She's not just a normal, she's different.
All the more reason for us to leave her with someone who can help her. We can't just take someone's child with us across the country.
Do you have a name, kiddo? If you tell me, I'll give you a snack. Where's your mommy and daddy? What do you think we should do, Eli?
Just keep it chill. Show her she's safe and that we are safe. We'll get there when she's ready.
Add kidnapping to our rap sheet.
I'll consider that a badge of honor. We did the right thing, and she's absolutely adorable.
Feel like being alone?
Yes? No, it's not that. Kids freak me out, Pax. I want to be all cool and casual, but I never know what to say, and I just feel like such a fucking fraud. I know. I'm overthinking things. Again. But also, I curse like a sailor, Pax. No kid should have to listen to that shit. Sorry.
The kid needs someone who's willing to fight to protect her. That's you, Sai.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have to be the cool adult. I can just be myself. And keep that kid safe from the big bads. So where do you think she came from? Do you think she's like Eli? A justice experiment? Or do you think she was born a normal? If that's even possible.
Maybe she was born like that.
Oh, if so, that's wild. Does it mean we can pass our powers on to our kids, too? I mean, I don't know if I'll ever have any, but if that's the case, should any of us have kids?
We didn't have a choice, Theo. We couldn't just leave her there.
I know. God. It's not easy having to think of the mission, our crew, and the people we just happened to come across. I'm glad we didn't just keep driving. I know this makes everything more complicated. But I'm happy she's here and not in Justice's hands. Even if it means we have to figure out what to do with her. We'll deal with it when we get to the Boulder Library. I hope they'll be able to take her. They're better equipped than us to deal with a minor.
Go Waves?
What? Oh, right. How did you know? They were my team back in Pacifica. I watched them pretty religiously for a while. Another distraction to make life a bit more bearable. This is wildly unexpected. But thanks, Pax.
I just needed some space.
Theo's worried about us taking on a child without any idea where she's from or who she belongs to.
I understand his concern, but don't we have a responsibility to take care of a child who's vulnerable and alone? Part of me believes this is what you call fate. I regain my caretaker code, and we find a child in need of care. If you believe in fate, this is why my old protocols were reactivated.
Hey,
Everything okay?
how does Eli seem so, fine? I mean, he just faced down his literal demons, the forces that kidnapped him and experimented on him, and now he's hanging out with a traumatized younger version of himself. And he's just, look at him, he's just smiling and laughing. I mean, even when we were fighting, he seemed fine. I mean, he's always fine. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Maybe he's just putting on a brave face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I know he's only been with us for a couple days, but I wish he'd let us help him. I don't know. Maybe he really is fine, but he's part of the crew now, and he doesn't have to put on a brave face for our sake, you know? Yeah, well, I think rescuing those stupid tourists might have helped. He gets a high for being a good Samaritan. So, I guess good call on that, even if it was pretty fucking stupid. Anyway, I need to get my mind off this shit. I should fix the reception on this radio because our listening options are bleak. Because right now I can tune into pop music or the president's paranoid bullshit. I'm missing the playoffs, Pax. Baseball waits for no woman.
Hey, I picked this up in the mall for absolutely no good reason, but since you're missing the big game or whatever.
Pax! The Seattle Voidwalkers are my team. They're supposed to be playing right now. You know, Mariana Turner is about to break the league record for RBIs. This is their season, I swear. I'm putting it on and I'm never taking it off. I'll be disgusting. I don't even care. This is easily the best and only gift you've ever gotten me. What's going on? I just needed some space.
You two staying on the bus?
Someone needs to watch the girl. Are you getting off?
This is a precious opportunity to use a toilet that's not on wheels.
I always knew you'd develop a taste for luxury.
Theo went in to pay for the fuel. It'll take some time to charge the bus, so feel free to go inside. But first, if you have a moment, Pax, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What's up?
At our last service station stop, I noticed prenatal vitamins on the shelves. Perhaps I'm being tactless by bringing this up, but you and your unborn child would benefit from certain nutrients. I knew you wouldn't want me to bring this up in front of the crew, for your discretion, which I understand is important to you.
Thanks. I appreciate the concern.
I'm glad you didn't take offense. I admit I wasn't certain you wouldn't. I figured that while you might not be open to conversing about your current state, you may be willing to accept an actionable suggestion. Being responsible for another life is difficult. I imagine it's a heavy burden to bear alone, even for someone as strong and independent as you. I can tell from your body language that you need the restroom. You should go before it's too late.
It's all about the new world order. A one-world government where the elites will rule.
This will take a while.
Bus ready yet?
Not yet.
They're perverse, they're wrong.
Well, I don't know. Should we get her nuts? What, pretzels? Do kids like pretzels?
Dude, come on. Pretzels are for people over 60 who wear dentures.
Fine, sugar gummy bears with artificial coloring then.
Or maybe a Slurpee. Ah, gotta watch out for that sugar.
What are you three talking about?
We're discussing snacks. How about hot chocolate? The weather's perfect for that.
Hot chocolate isn't a snack. Let's get some crackers or something.
Pretzels? Crackers? What kind of dark Dickensian childhood did you have, Ziggy?
Pax, what do we get the child? Crackers? Gummies? Seasonal beverages? I'm getting some protein bars for myself.
Why does Pax get to pick?
Get her some gummy bears.
Oh, hell yeah!
I can live with that. Let's do that.
You should use the restroom now, Pax. I'll get the snacks and pay for the fuel.
Or maybe a Slurpee.
Welcome to Standard Energy, ma'am. How can I help you?
Hi. I ran into a Betty a while back. She wanted me to give you this.
Oh. Well, this is lovely. My Betty and I, fresh out of the factory. I can't tell you how much this means to me. It's real hard being separated for so long. If you see her again, can you give her this locket? It's got photos of our little ones. Everything we do for them. You know? They make it all worth it. A man's got to work to provide for his family. That's why I man this station day and night. As long as I'm working, they're happy and healthy.
Sure, if we meet Betty again, we'll give her the locket.
You're a class act, ma'am. Thank you.
Do you have a restroom I can use?
Sure, but customers only.
We're customers. That gentleman there is filling up an entire bus. And he's also buying snacks.
Glad to hear it. Thank you for choosing Standard Energy. Here's the key. Make sure to return it afterwards. Have a wonderful day.
Do you sell prenatal vitamins?
Hey, did you just ask
Supplemental vitamins, you know, like fish oil, B12.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We're all out
Okay,
of vitamins.
thanks. Thanks.
No. Thank you, ma'am.
As far as Theo's concerned, we're kidnappers. He has a point. It's like Gnome said, kids make you vulnerable. Change your priorities. But the girl needs someone to help her. If not us, then the Weave. That's what they do. Help anomals. So either we drop her off at the Boulder Library or we bring her all the way to Nova Scotia. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if she stuck around. She's a liability. And it's better for us and for her if she stays here with the librarian. Let the Weave figure out what to do with her. Maybe we should have just cut and run. Those tourists would probably have been fine. Still, if they'd ended up in an interrogation room somewhere. This way, they got away. And we took down another battalion. Let's call that a win. Words keep you safe from harm, don't they? Mine and yours. I hear you in my head, kid. You speak to me, and you're loud. I know you're special, just like that girl. I don't think she's an experiment. I think her mom is a normal. If you ever got hurt, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. He would be heartbroken. He's really looking forward to meeting you. You'll like him, kid. He's a good man. In the meantime, if the fighting makes you scared, you be sure to tell me, okay?
You probably know Boulder pretty well, right, Henry?
I like to think so, officer. Why?
We were hoping you could tell us where to find the Yellow Brick Road Motel.
We can't find it on our maps, and no one seems to know where it is.
You came to the right place, officers. From here, you want to go 6 blocks south and hang a left. Go down that street for about a mile and a quarter, and you'll see the sign.
Let's stay inside until backup arrives. It'll be at least an hour, and it's getting cold. You don't mind us being here, do you?
Not at all, officers.
I don't know what's going on. We haven't had this many incidents in years.
Could be riders coming in from the provinces.
Riders in the Rockies attacking a squadron of trained officers? I don't think those bikers have it in them. No, I suspect deviants.
You're probably right. There's been rumors this past week. I heard about an incident in Oregon the other day.
Then there's the missing girl. We'll need to keep an eye out for her.
Do you think they'll keep us posted here until she's been recovered?
Perhaps. Our first priority is these illegal libraries. I'm not sure why they're putting so many resources into books, but there must be a reason.
I guess we'll know more once backup gets here. in an hour.
I hope so. Right now, it feels like a waste of our time. Libraries? What's next? Galleries?
Henry?
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
Just, returning the restroom keys.
Thank you.
That it? You should get going. We're on official justice business here.
Did you hear that?
I did. And you let them get a good look at you. I don't know how smart that was, Pax. Follow me.
Do we skip the motel?
We can't. We need to warn the librarian. Those officers said at least 1 hour before their backup arrived. We leave now. We'll get there well ahead of them.
What about the crew? What do we tell them?
We're all in the same boat. We keep everyone in the loop, and we make the decisions together. It's been a stressful day. The last thing we want to do is cause division. Let's go.
What's going on? Oh, I recognize that face. It's the bad face.
How bad is it?
Does it have something to do with those justice officers?
Well, which ones? The dead ones or those two live ones in there?
Justice knows about the library. Those officers in there are waiting on backup. We need to get there before them and warn the librarian.
Why?
What?
Shit!
One more thing. They're looking for Girl.
Girl? Is that what
Yeah,
we're
of
calling
course.
her?
They're looking for her. That's no surprise, but hey, okay, at least we know for sure now.
We can't leave her at the motel if that's where they're all going.
We won't. But let's figure this out on the way. Viola.
Got it, Theo. Hold on to your hats, people. I'll get us there in a jiffy.
This is it, huh? Looks like a real motel to me.
That's the idea, Sai. Okay, so where do we find the librarian?
Theo didn't know, but it can't be that hard. We got about an hour before Justice gets here, so let's split up to cover more ground. I'll take the front office while someone else checks the rooms.
Right, who goes where, boss?
Ziggy, you're the quickest. Check the rooms and let us know if you find anything.
I'm not phasing through any doors, but I have no problem looking through windows.
Let's check the reception.
Pushing these errands like they think we don't know any better, but...
What are you doing here? Aren't you checking out reception?
much time do we have, Pax?
The officers said an hour, so maybe a little less than... Locked.
God damn, I jinxed it.
Anyone in there? Hello?
Maybe they're hiding.
Still locked. Sai, this one is all yours.
I'm going to regret this. Is that the alarm? Oh, shit! How do we shut it off?
Look for a control panel, and quick. This will draw unwanted attention. CT? Viola? Sorry. What do we do?
Someone will have to disrupt the electrical systems behind the panel if the buttons don't do the trick.
Sai?
What do you want me to do?
Sai, smash?
Hey, look at that. It worked.
I leave you alone for 5 minutes? I thought we were trying to be stealthy.
Find anything or anyone?
Nope, nothing. No one. Some of the rooms are completely empty. No furniture, no guests. Wait, the librarian isn't in here?
They could perhaps be in one of the locked guest rooms.
Wow, these robots are absolute classics.
Love the design.
Guys, let's focus. Where do we start looking?
Maybe they have records of room occupancy. A guest log.
Good evening, valued guest. I'm Lola. Need a towel? I can take your used towel and provide you with a fresh replacement.
I've never seen machines like these before.
Most of them were discontinued in the 1980s and 1990s.
This looks like the terminal in La Torre.
I don't expect it to be connected to the weave, but it might contain guest records.
Looks like this is the check-in system, but I don't know how to navigate it. Z, you're good with old hardware.
I mean, I can pull apart a 40-year-old robot Pax, but I am not about to mess with a computer that moms could have grown up with.
Viola, you're, old.
It doesn't have a universal robotic port, but the keyboard will do.
What's taking so long?
It's a purely manual interface. I have to type with my fingers, like a human. Here we go. According to the system, all the rooms are booked, just like the sign says.
Except we just confirmed no one's here.
Every room has a record of guest occupancy, some of them long-term. This goes back years, and there are no vacancies for the next 6 months.
So it's all bullshit then?
A cover. Well, I mean, it is a library.
Let's check all the rooms. I've never seen machines like these before.
Most of them were discontinued in the 1980s and 1990s.
Dirty towel? I can give you a fresh one.
Where do we begin?
Z, you check the rooms.
They all look the same to me.
So we bust into all of them. Until we find something. It's locked. Z, can you get through this?
Well, why bother? Well, Sai can knock it down.
Sai?
Okay. This is just a regular room.
Doesn't look very lived in.
Coming to our kids, trying to mutilate them. We're thinking errors and like basic we don't.
Do these curtains look weird to you?
Those aren't curtains.
Sai?
Going down, door.
This one is just empty.
Fully booked my ass.
It's all about the new world order. A one world government with...
Sai?
Huh. I'm enjoying the mindless destruction. Books on books on books.
Is this the library? If so, it's disappointing.
Probably not the main library, but it's a positive sign. Sai?
This does get a bit monotonous. Hey, Pax. Got a coming through.
Quarter? Why do you want a quarter?
No reason. Sorry. Oh, damn. This is the life.
You sound ridiculous.
You should try it, Pax. It's amazing. Mind cranking it up for me? Oh, this is the good stuff. Oh, man. I've been needing a proper massage. If you find any more quarters, Pax, I'm begging you to drop them on the nightstand. I'll owe you big time.
Sai?
Knock, knock. Who's there? That's right, my foot! Ugh. More books.
But no library.
Sai?
I should do this professionally.
You really don't know your own strength.
Are we gonna have to fix that?
What are you talking about? We found it like that.
Another empty room.
Sai?
Ow! Ow!
You okay?
That shit hurt. Oh, what is this made of? This isn't like the other doors.
It's been reinforced. Why would they reinforce this door?
Move!
Ziggy?
Yeah, okay, I guess we don't have a choice. Oh man, it's too dense. I don't know what this thing's made of, but I can't push through. How about we knock?
Hey, anyone in there? We have an appointment. Theo, Luna, Lottie, any of those names ring a bell?
The librarian must have left.
Okay, how about we find a key to this door?
Hey, anyone in there? We have an appointment. Theo, Luna, Lottie, any of those names ring a bell?
The librarian must have left.
Dirty towel? I can give you a fresh one. We have plenty of fresh towels.
Anyone need a fresh towel? Thought so. So, all the keys are right there, dangling, just out of reach. Is there something I'm supposed to push to activate this?
It probably only has a voice interface.
Is this thing on?
I think so. There's power.
Taking out your anger on machines, Pax?
Would have been cool if that worked. Is this thing on?
I think so. There's power.
Viola, can you get this thing working?
I'll take a look. The central processing core has suffered irreparable damage from a power surge. It needs a functioning core before we can interact with it.
The towel robot is working. Can't we just switch the cores?
Well, these things are not particularly complex, so maybe. They appear to share identical interfaces and operating systems. This might work.
valued guest. I'm Lola. Need a towel? I can take your used towel and provide you with a fresh replacement. Here at the Yellow Brick Road Motel, we put our customers first. And that's you, baby.
Good job, Viola. Viola, give me the key to room 3.
Do you have a dirty towel that needs to be exchanged?
It's
for a fresh
mechanically
one?
wired to only work with the requested items. We'll need to feed it what it asks for.
All right, give me one towel, please.
There's a limit of 1 towel per valued guest. Please insert your used towel for a fresh one.
All right, give me one towel, please.
There's a limit of 1 towel per valued guest. Please insert your used towel for a fresh one.
We need to get into that corner room.
Perhaps we should take another look at the key dispenser in the office.
Lola will take care of all your fresh towel needs. Fresh towels for our valued customers.
Got a towel. This had better work.
Lola will take care of all your fresh towel needs. Thank you for depositing your dirty towel. At the Yellow Brick Road, we have the most exclusive range of fresh towels. Lola's gonna take care of you, Pudding Pop. Which towel would you like today?
I'll take number 3.
Towel number 3. Calming lavender, guaranteed to give you a good night's rest. Great choice, baby cakes, coming right up.
Let's hope this gets us into the right room.
That's a good sign.
It's stuck. Sai, can you give this a push?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god! Shit! I thought you were Justice. Oh Christ! I didn't mean to. Hey, let me fix this. I can patch you up.
You don't even think about touching her.
I'm not touching her. I'm gonna talk to her. Weary with toil, I haste to my bed. The dear repose for limbs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head to work with my mind when the body's work's expired. For then my thoughts from where I abide intend a zealous pilgrimage to thee, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide, looking on darkness which the blind do see.
What's happening? Huh? What happened? Did I get shot? And how did I get unshot?
You're a normal.
I guess I am, yeah.
It doesn't even hurt anymore, just tingles a bit. There's no pain. I should be mad that you shot me, but right now, I'm just grateful you fixed me up again.
I'm real sorry, but I thought it was them. I wasn't expecting you guys to show up.
We don't have a lot of time. Z, go get Theo. I'll help Sai inside and talk to this trigger-happy gentleman.
I'm sorry, Sai. I should have gone instead of you. Eli could have watched Girl.
I feel fine, so don't worry about it, I guess.
You can use Vox to heal?
Vox, yeah, but it has to be poetry, unfortunately.
So, you're the librarian, huh? You don't seem like the librarian type.
Librarian, ex-soldier, faith healer, tree hugger, demolitions expert. At your service, Si. And fucking apologetic.
I thought the weave was all about peaceful resistance. What's with the shotgun?
I got the same philosophy about guns as I do about words. If you can use them to fight fascists, you use them.
We can all get to know each other later. Justice is only a half hour out, and we need to clear this place before they arrive.
I'm aware. There's been activity all across the map today. Lots of libraries sending out distress signals or going dark. I hope you folks got room for one more, because I can't stay here, and I got nowhere to go.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Stop fussing, I'm fucking fine. All healed up. No holes, no scars, and we've got a library to clean up. So let's go.
We can't trust any of the libraries now. I sent a message back to La Torre, but I doubt they'll respond.
Good luck getting any answer from anyone. Libraries all over and going dark. Something is definitely going on.
We'll need to change our route.
Time to skedaddle, folks. Won't be long before the Blue Coats show. Theo, you can carry the acoustic coupler. Si, grab the storage unit on top of the console. If you don't mind.
Got it.
I liked it here. It's a real shame to lose it. Oh, fuck, Mr. Planty. Pax, your hands are empty. Can you do me a favor? My philodendron, I'm not leaving them behind.
Philo what?
Philodendron. My lucky plant.
Sol, I don't think we have time to pick up a plant.
He's in the bathroom, the one with the name tag. This is important to me. It'll only take a minute.
Sure, I'll get your philo plant with the name tag, Mr. Planty.
Are you sure?
It's the least we can do. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Come on. There's a back way out.
Are you the one?
Keep the road clear. We don't want to block traffic. And send some guys around back, see if there's another exit.
Sir, are you sure about this? It doesn't look very... She must be a guest.
Ma'am, do you have a moment?
Are you staying at this motel, ma'am?
Don't I know you? I believe we met earlier, at the station.
You were riding with some folks on a bus, an old American Motors Company model. Those are rare, hard to miss. But I don't see it here.
What's your name, ma'am?
He asked you a question.
Pax.
Pax, huh? That's an unusual name.
You here alone? Where are your friends? Colleagues?
Ma'am, where are your associates?
They're out for dinner.
Without you. Not hungry?
So what brings you to Boulder?
And why are you carrying a plant?
We're on a road trip. This seemed like a good place to stop for the night.
But where's your bus? And what's with the plant?
We're investigating this motel for illegal activity. I'm sorry, but we'll need you to stay here while we take a look. Tim, on me.
What the hell was that, Soul? I could have been killed. And all for a plant?
Relax, Buttercup. I waited till you were out of there, and it helped you escape the pigs. I booby-trapped the place when I took over. I told you I'm ex-army and a demolition expert. Hey, look, I am eternally grateful you got Mr. Planty out of there. I know this probably sounds insane, but he's been my only companion. Call him an emotional support plant. PTSD is no joke.
At least we all made it out. Right now, we have bigger things to discuss. So, you said libraries were going dark. First La Torre, now Boulder.
Yeah, Salem and Rapid City, too. You can't trust anything west of Chicago, and they could be next.
Rapid City is our next stop. Any way we can tap into the Weave to get more information? Or talk to Nova Scotia?
Not a chance, champ. The only way to contact the Weave in this region just went up in flames.
So we'll have to get to Chicago and speak with our contact there. All right, we'll make camp, regroup, figure out what to do from there.
So, emotional support plan?
That's right. What about it?
Nothing. I wouldn't mind one of those.
So, how does it work, Sol? You just recite poetry and it heals people?
Exactly that. It helps the body heal itself. Lacerations, stab wounds, bullet holes, even internal bleeding, sometimes. Doesn't work on cancer or dead people, but gunshot wounds are my specialty, thanks to a stint in the Second Civil War.
I'm not sure this is an appropriate discussion in front of the child.
Have we settled on calling her the child now?
Thought it was girl.
Girl works. Simple, easy to remember, albeit a little presumptive.
Because we don't know if she's
A she.
On that subject, I've been thinking. I asked you to call me Viola, but there's something about that name that doesn't quite sit right. I think it's too conventional. It just conforms to what Justice wanted me to be, like I'm role-playing a character they created. Therefore, I'm going back to CT. For now. After all, that name was given to me by the children I cared for, including Eli. The name has emotional significance.
I'm touched, CT.
A gender-neutral name is nice. Especially when you're in a transient state.
Yes. I admit it's strange to adhere to an identity assigned to me by Justice. Some parts of it ring true, while others seem absurd. If they hadn't had such antiquated notions of domesticity, who knows if they'd have given me a feminine voice? I didn't sound like this in La Torre, but I'd be just as happy with that affectation as this one. It'd certainly spare me the Mary Poppins jokes. But this must all be terribly boring for Girl here. We ought to get ready for bed.
Aw, man, I tell her the best bedtime stories. Gnome, wanna join? Since she's so taken with you. Gnome, you okay?
Sorry, I'm just thinking. You go ahead without me.
Oh, my shoulders.
New World Order. A one-world government where the elites will rule with an iron.
You know, when I was a kid, I was a lot like you.
Except I always had to tell Eli to be quiet. He would never stop talking. Unless you were reading. Then you'd disappear into your books.
It was a way to escape. I'll find a book to read to you, girl. Oh, before you go to bed, I should tell you about my bestest friend in the whole world. Back when I knew her, she was just a little older than you are now. She was always very kind, especially to me. And she always kept me safe. That's what we will do for you, girl. Keep you safe and sound.
I guess you must really miss your friend, Eli.
More than ever. Seeing you and Ziggy together reminded me of when we first met. And now this girl. We're on this huge adventure to a place where we can start over and maybe help do some good. It feels like she deserves a chance to be there too. I believe we'll find her, and that she'll come with us to Nova Scotia.
I admire your faith, Eli. And I believe that wherever your friend is now, she's thinking of you too.
I hope so. I hope she hasn't forgotten me.
Anyway, so... Oh, my shoulder's pretty fucked after trying to bust through that steel door earlier. I hope it doesn't mess with my drawing arm. Maybe Soul could do something about it.
You've been pretty diligent with that, haven't you? I mean, your art.
Sure, yeah. I draw people, places, things. Lots of things to draw. Mostly desert, but that's fine. I guess I should be working on my big project. It's a graphic novel about immigrants in Pacifica. Pretty personal, but also not, if you know what I mean.
No.
No, that's fair. I get that.
So anyway... What?
No, nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
My two favorite people hanging out. Are you proposing Theo become your next muse, Sai?
What? No, I don't need a muse. I'm my own muse, okay? I just need inspiration, okay? Not a fucking muse. Like any idea for a drawing, like a person or a portrait. You know, I like to draw people.
You're good at it.
A family man, a nerdy uncle. He builds model train sets for his nieces and nephews.
I don't get it.
It's fine, Sai. What do we do with the kid? We can't just keep her.
Well, your plan to leave her at the library went up in smoke. Literally.
I'm not sure leaving her with Soul would have been the best alternative.
And she's obviously valuable to justice. It's not just the right thing to do, bringing her with. It's the smart thing to do.
We'll find somewhere safe on the way.
If we find a place that can take care of her. Not a justice-operated orphanage, that's for sure. We can take care of her together, even if it's temporary.
Gnome? Are you okay?
Fine. I'm fine. Just fine.
Gnome!
Can they hear me? It doesn't work if they can't hear me.
Their eyes are open. Go ahead.
I had no time to hate, because the grave would hinder me, and life was not so ample I could finish enmity. Nor had I time to love, but since some industry must be, the little toil of love, I thought, was large enough for me.
Jesus. Did I pass out?
It looks like a concussion to me, chap. Headaches? Nausea?
Yeah, but it hasn't been that bad.
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't want to make a fuss. It's fine.
Are you okay?
I passed out, Theo. Clearly not okay, but thanks for your concern.
We care. We all care. A lot.
I know. This is getting awkward. Go away.
Love you too, Gnome.
Group hug?
Relishing the fresh Colorado air?
Just trying to look moody and debonair. It's all about the aesthetic.
You had me scared there for a minute.
Who knew massive head trauma could lead to concussions? Your love and concern warms my heart, babe. But look at me now. Good as new. I hope I didn't spook the crew. They've had enough trauma for a lifetime. Talking of trauma, the kid's holding up well, all things considered. Attacked by justice, kidnapped by strangers. She's definitely a complication.
I'm glad she's around. Gives the crew something to care for.
You talk about her like she's a pet. I don't understand how she took to me so quickly. I'm terrible with kids. I have thought about it, though. Kids. Having them. Someday. I guess you didn't expect that. I know. I haven't expressed any parental desires previously. But times change. I change. I have changed.
I never thought you would want kids.
I guess we don't know each other as well as we thought. Maybe we just haven't wanted to talk about things of that nature. You can. It won't make me run away. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing this.
Here, in case you feel like whipping out the needles sometime soon.
Good timing. I was running low on red.
If the infant is sticking around, you could knit her something, like a tassel.
A tassel?
What? I blanked. Okay, whatever. Shouldn't you be thanking Pax?
Of course. Thank you, Pax.
Man of action for my woman of action?
Yo, that's cool! My dad gave me one of these. My parents weren't big on pop culture, but they were big on justice. This is like worlds colliding. This takes me back, bro. I mean, I put this little guy in dresses and suits and shit, which is not what justice or my dad intended. But Mano Action is actually the perfect dress-up doll. Way less creepy than regular dolls.
Listen, kid, don't get me started on the American Motors Company. That company's infested with collaborators and sycophants from top to bottom. I can't believe I gotta ride one of their fucking buses. It's probably a death trap. Regulations don't apply when you have total monopoly over the market.
So what's it like working for the Weave?
I don't work for anyone, kid. I'm playing my part. When I realized I could no longer be useful to the armed resistance, they were the next best thing. And to be honest, I think they're the future resistance. We're not winning back this country with guns and grenades. We're gonna need words to do it. Turn their weapons against them. Language, information, disinformation. We fight fire with fire.
Yeah, you're right.
What are you guys talking about?
The Weave. Saul's selling me on the idea that the libraries are the key to this nation's future. And you know what? I think he's right.
I was just saying to your sister, to win this fight, we need to use words, language, information, this and otherwise. That's why I joined the Weave. When I could no longer hold a gun or throw a grenade, this was how I could still play a part. And honestly, it's the winning strategy. To fight justice, we need to turn their weapons against them.
Yeah, how do we do that?
That's what we're trying to figure out. And maybe we won't get there, especially with justice picking apart the Weave. But God help us, we won't stop until we succeed. Or die trying.
You're probably right. Fighting them on the battlefield is a zero-sum game. But if we can weaponize words the same way they've done, we might stand a chance.
That's what the Weave is all about. And that's what Nova Scotia's trying to do. Understanding the power of language and weaponizing that. That's the key, kid. That's it. So, hey, what's up with that kid, girl? Theo said you found her today?
We did. Well, I guess you could say maybe she found us.
What the fuck is that all about? Who is she? Doesn't she have parents?
We don't know. She was being attacked by Justice, and we couldn't just leave her, so, we took her.
What, like some sort of mercy kidnapping?
Yeah, I guess.
God damn, that's pretty fucked up.
She's like us. A normal. I'm guessing that's why Justice was so keen to get their hands on her.
How can that be? Kid's barely old enough to walk.
She's like 10.
It's a long story, but we've learned that Justice has been running experiments to create anomals.
What, like a fucking army of deviants?
Pretty much, yeah. Eli's one of them, actually.
God damn, the shit I'm learning today. Makes me happy I met you guys. Kids shouldn't have to go through shit like that. They need to be protected.
Do you have kids?
A daughter. And an ex-wife. Haven't seen either in... forever. I made my choice when I enlisted. And again when I became a librarian. I don't regret it. Does that make me a monster? I couldn't take care of them and commit to the cause at the same time. As long as I was with my family, every choice I made would be for them, right? And not for the greater good. Fuck it doesn't matter now. You're better off without me. So this is what you guys do every night. Sit around a campfire and...
Yes, every time.
They always ask.
Did I miss something? What's the joke?
I don't think there's a joke. It's just a question every new member of the crew asks on the night of their first campfire. It's sort of a...
Just rite of passage.
Annoying fucking habit.
Geez, fine. Forget I asked. Hey, so does this mean I'm part of the crew now?
You and girl. Of course, right?
Sure.
Yeah, well, you'll need an official title. So, CT's our driver and cook. Theo's the boss. Sai's the battering ram. I'm the sister, I guess. Eli's the heart, and Gnome's... I'm sorry, Gnome, but what do you do?
Provide cutting commentary to the events of the day, lurk moodily in the periphery, elegantly smoke cigarettes, and I'm the ex, I guess. Wait, why are we framing Pax as the protagonist here?
She did bring us all together.
Fine, Pax is our protagonist, and Girl's the kid. She's got that roll down pat. So what are you, Saul? What do you bring to your new position as crew member?
Well, shit, if you put it like that, I guess I'm the fucking healer. But I can also drive, cook, be sarcastic, build explosive booby traps. I'll earn my keep somehow. Don't you guys worry about that.
Hey, do we know if girl has any allergies or dietary restrictions?
Our food is generally inoffensive and contains few common allergens.
And if things go tits up, I think I can fix anaphylaxis with some choice verses from Sylvia Plath. Ezra Pound, if it's serious.
Does anyone know any bedtime stories? I only know Ryder folktales, and those are probably a little bloody for a preteen.
I have an extensive library of classic children's stories.
Just stay away from Shakespeare, okay? Unless you want her to pass out from boredom.
Isn't that sort of the point?
Fair enough. Shakespeare it is.
Sol's right about the libraries. We need to change our route. Worst case scenario, all the libraries have been raided, and we're on our own. We need to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. We can't take any chances.
Do you think the libraries are all gone?
Gone, or otherwise compromised. Justice may be watching. We can't risk sticking with our original route. Let's take a look at the map. We were supposed to go straight north on 85, stopping in Rapid City, and then east on I-90 through Minnesota to Chicago. But with no way to connect with Nadia, we can't risk it. And even if the Rapid City library is still standing, we'd be cutting it close. We lost a lot of time today.
We could hug the border to the territories, stay south of Rapid City, and restock in Minneapolis.
We could, but I'm worried about riders. They run rampant in the southern territories, and since we have a child with us now... As for going further north, that's the literal Wild West. Forget about riders. There are other clans up there. It's too unpredictable. Not to mention that neither route fits our timeline. If there's even one roadblock, we're screwed. And the other option is to go south into New Mexico and from there through Oklahoma and St. Louis before Chicago, but that's a long detour. It means crossing two borders, and we would definitely not make it to Chicago in time.
What about the southern route? We're used to deserts.
We'd have to leave the Republic, cross into Colombia before re-entering the Republic. That's a lot of risk for dubious benefits. And it would take a long time. Too long. We'd have to communicate with Nova Scotia, and I don't know how to do that now.
So, how about...
The Great Plains Exclusion Zone. It's talk about unpredictable and dangerous. Also, The Ashes is permanently closed for civilian traffic. Only trucks and justice vehicles are allowed on I-70 with multiple armed checkpoints.
Didn't Soul say something about a road further north running parallel with I-70? One without checkpoints and Lebanon.
Route 36 runs straight through, Lebanon, Kansas. The midway point between West and East, back when there were 50 states. I don't think that town exists anymore. It's all just, dust. Pax?
Sorry, Theo. I got caught up and... What do you know about the Ashes?
Same as you, probably. The Great Plains Exclusion Zone. Just a dust bowl now. The Dust Bowl. Constant storms, terrible visibility. Supposedly the site of Black Ops experiments, at least, according to the conspiracy theorists. The interstate's monitored by Justice. And the other highways haven't been maintained since everyone left in the 1990s. It's uninhabitable.
It would get us to Chicago faster than any other route, right?
I mean, theoretically, it's basically a straight line to Chicago. But even if Route 36 is still there, like Soul claims, we don't know if there are roadblocks, checkpoints, missing bridges. We'd bet everything on a wish and a prayer. Is that something you want to do, especially with a kid on board? It is the most direct route, but that's pretty much the only reason I'd even consider it. It would get us to Chicago with time to spare.
Are the Ashes completely off limits?
Nothing. No one does. It's a black hole. Ever since the Great Drought of the 90s, people migrated in the hundreds of thousands, west, east, away from the sandstorms. The land became arid. Temperatures rose, the scorching hot winds ravaged what was left. It's a dead zone. Uninhabited, uninhabitable, lifeless, lethal. If we made it through. And I wouldn't count on that.
That's our route.
Were you not listening?
What other option do we have, Theo? We're behind schedule. The other routes are not viable, and the zone's uninhabited. We pass through undetected.
You seriously want to do this, Pax?
Dead serious.
Okay. Then we need to move tonight. It'll take close to 12 hours to drive through, and we can't do it in the dark. We need to pass the edge of the zone by sunrise to maximize the daylight. I'll tell the others.